What's good, yo? What's good? Speaking Clout Podcast, live every Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy Mike Sears. Got the homie Hypocrite with me.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Otherwise in Northern Ireland, as always. Hell yeah. Tonight, representing for D.I.T.C, man. OC, Jewelz, sophomore album. 25 years celebrates this year. Released in 1997. OC been in my life since I've been a hip hop head because of my uncle. You know, the fucking debut album, Word Life, played that shit like crazy, man. Time's Up, fucking Born to Live, just a Story, which is one of my favorite songs on the album.
Constables,
yeah, that's like the fucking. I think Steve said it. My buddy once said, that's like the fucking Brooklyn Illmatic or something. And I'm not mad at that at all because it kind of got that vibe to it. Not supposed to be on the fucking album, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can hear that too.
Yeah, it's such a good album. Like, sometimes I want to say that's my favorite, but my ultimate favorite is this one, Jewelz. Just everything about it is perfect. Two perfect albums, two bona fide classics, but I'm going with Jewelz. And I got his CDs later in life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. And a lot of people, big. In my personal opinion, the illest member of D.I.T.C. lyrically is Big L. Lord Finesse coming up right behind him, but my favorite is OC. I just love his delivery, his cadence, the way he puts words together, his pronunciation of words, everything. The dude's just fucking a top tier MC. So, yeah, that dude my favorite. Shout out to motherfucking Doobie and Lunchbox, man. OG supporters right here.
Absolutely.
Yo. How'd you get in OC, Ross?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I got into the D.I.T.C thing like pretty late, like only like 4 or 5 years ago, to be honest. Like I knew about, obviously Fat Joe. I knew about him for ages, ever since the early 2000s. But like everyone else, like Big L and Show and AG, Lord Finesse, etc. Like I got into them much later on because. Even though these guys were like signed to major labels, like I've always viewed them as like underground artists, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially, growing up in the UK and stuff, like I didn't really know that much about them. But yeah, as far, I knew who Fat Joe was, but apart from that, I would say the first artist I did get into was Big L. When I heard Put It On, I was like, oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that was, that was a wrap from there. But as far as OC goes, I listened to Word Life first. My favorite song on Word Life is that song Go Ahead, produced by Lord Finesse. I love that song, yeah. Go ahead with yourself, because you're bad for my health. Oh, I love that song.
Perfect album.
Yeah, it is pretty much a perfect album. I actually listened... obviously I listened to Jewelz for this review, but I listened to some of Word Life again as well. And yeah, love that album. But yeah, again, with the Nas comparison, actually, like if this is, his Illmatic, then Jewelz is his It Was Written, like
I was thinking about that earlier today, bro.
Yeah, because it's pretty much just as good. Maybe the production's a little bit more like polished, but it's like he hasn't lost any of his like ruggedness. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit more like money put behind it, maybe. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, this album, in general, Jewelz, like, it's definitely got a roughness to it, but it's smooth. It's a very hard thing to get right. But yeah, that's how I feel throughout a lot of it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got in the OC, just kind of slowly throughout the years. And yeah, great, I agree with you. Like OC is like, he's a complete package as far as like an MC goes. Like his voice, his rhymes, his cadence, like his production choices. Like yeah, can't go wrong. I'm not too familiar with this stuff after this, to be honest.
Neither am I, my brother, except for 2012's Trophies with Apollo.
Okay,
a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, the only thing I've heard is the album that he did with PF Cutton. I can't even remember the name of it. Opium or something like that. It's called. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty dope. But yeah, enough about that. I just want to mention that.
Well, Ross, if you ever hear Trophies, my nigga, I'm telling you, It's his third best album. My personal opinion. Even though I didn't hear like Bon Appetit or whatever the fuck, nigga, that Trophies album. Oh
Yeah, I believe it.
goodness, yeah, incredible. So man, OC Jewelz celebrating 25 years this year. We had to do it. I fucking worship this album. So we get the intro, get a dark, bass heavy beat, also smooth in a way, like some nighttime vibes to it. It's all to it, a little short, it's nothing to really talk about, but
Yeah, it serves its purpose. I guess it's one of those ones where I guess he just wants the listener to sort of acclimatize yourself to what's coming up. You know what I mean? Instead of hitting you immediately with a song, it's just just a little interlude. 30 seconds is all you need.
Yeah, it's like doom 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 doom. It's dope. Then we get My World, man. An incredible beat by the legendary DJ Premier. OC flows over the instrumental effortlessly. I'm OC, who you never heard of you. Get out my face before I turn into a motherfucking murderer. Hard, bro. I just love it, bro. That OC gets in his, braggadocious bag on this one. Lyrically, I think he's criminally underrated, like I said earlier. Absolutely love this joint. What a way to start off the album song-wise. It's incredible. My World.
Yeah, love this song. Single has half a music video. How would you describe that? Like a split music video? Yeah.
It's on the song with Yvette Michelle. I forgot the name of that song, but we get to it. It's on
that Far video. From Yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love this song. One of my favorites on the album. DJ Premier on the boards. It's not like I wouldn't know necessarily it was a primo beat from the rip, you know what I mean? Sometimes primo beats are immediately recognizable. This one is I wouldn't have recognized it straight away, but I love the beat on this. It has definitely a griminess to it, but at the same time, it's like a head nodder. It's kind of smooth, and it just sounds kind of big and epic when you listen to it, and it's just a great way to kind of for OC to reintroduce himself to everyone. 4 years since World Life, which might not sound like much, but back then in the 90s, hip hop was so fast moving, a lot, a lot changed in 3 years, and this is the perfect way to sort of put himself out there again. And like you said, he just kind of rhymes effortlessly over that production. In the first verse, I love when he says, hazy like asthma, bizarre disaster, stress almost held me down from being a master. I love that. It just a fantastic song. Love the hook too. You know what I mean? So simple. Yeah. It's my world, and I won't stop. If anyone stands in my way, you're bound to get dropped. He doesn't even it's not trying to be too hard, but it's just you feel it. I love that. So My World, one of my favorite tracks of the album, and a killer way to kick off the album too.
Absolutely, man. Incredible song. Now we get War Games featuring Organized Confusion, man. Straight banging beat from DJ Premier. OC sets off the track lovely. Just flows on the beat perfectly, man. Overseas like Conquer, rough like Blanca, love to eat actors, got a taste for drama. Actors, actors, but actors. Biggie did that shit too. I love that shit. The pronunciation of words and shit like that. Incredible, man. Yeah, and we get Pharaoh and fucking Paul. We get them niggas on the chorus type shit. Yeah, War Games. Fire. It's like the Equinox era. Organized Confusion.
Yes, yeah, which is an underrated album for sure.
Yeah, I need to get that in collection. My CD fucking buying has been very minuscule, but that's a great album.
This is a dope track. Again, produced by DJ Premier. This one does sound like a primo beat right away. It's that's that's a primo beat. Just the way it loops, it's it just has that signature kind of primo sound. Pretty dope track. OC goes hard on this. I bust off like an M16, ripping through spleens from head to toe, blood soak up your jeans. He went in on that. Yeah, he did. I kind of wish that Pharaoh and Prince Poe got a verse or something.
I was thinking that when I listened to it.
Because I like their little hook, you know what I mean? It's pretty up, war tactics issued, unlimited access to ammo, fireproof, camouflage apparel, that's pretty dope. But like, yeah, a verse with, both of them going back and forth or something like that would have been awesome. But yeah, War Games, I like it a lot. It's a really dope track, dope production. And OC, he just, he murdered that. So, yeah.
Yeah, OC and Organized go back since fucking Fudge Pudge.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Off the first joint.
Yeah, niggas make a good combo. But yeah, man, I love that song. War Games, fucking fire. Like you said, that's Primo off the rip. You can just tell.
Yep.
All right, next we get Can't Go Wrong. Dope beat by DJ OG. He's an Organized Confusion affiliate. OC talks about, the story feeling a chick and how he likes to have a real one instead of like groupies. Like, always good to have like a down, ride or die bitch rather than just fucking around putting your dick anywhere. So, honestly, I prefer songs like this rather than like blatant sex songs. You know what I'm saying? I just think.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a dope song. Smooth, jazzy. I rock with it for sure.
Yeah, this is another one I love. I have to say, one of my favorite tracks in the album. This was a single too, and DJ OG on the beat, like, love that production. It's so smooth on here, and yeah, like you said, like this is like a love song, but like done right. You know what I mean? Yeah, because like you said, like a lot of hip hop songs. We talked about it last week when we reviewed Eshan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of sex songs, they're either cringy or like too over the top or like, I don't know, just inappropriate for lack of a better word. But here it's fly, and relatable and dope message behind it. And yeah, I really love this song. And of course, like the beat and the subject matter, work hand in hand. You know what I mean? It makes sense for him to talk about something like this over that kind of smooth production. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of this song. It's one of my favorites on the album for sure. Can't go wrong. And you can't go wrong with this song. Perfect title for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Fuck yeah, brother. Then we get to The Chosen One. Real smooth beat by Buck Wild. OC continues his braggadocious flow on this track. Talks about being a dope MC. Love the chorus from here as well. I love when he said, dominate jungles when I walk the floor of rumbles. The baddest motherfucker, I'll make the attitudes humble. The nigga's nasty, bro. Like, I can't get enough of OC, bro. Like, the dude is incredible. My favorite member of D.I.T.C, like I said earlier, and it's a dope song for sure, man. Just so you know, that braggadocio. OC, you're not going to get much of a story. You get some stories here and there, but mostly you get this just, like, fly braggadocious shit. Like, I'm the ill nigga, So, yeah. Great track right there. I fucks with it heavy.
Yeah, like you said, very much a braggadocious track. Like he's saying on the hook, but like everyone bows to him like the image of a god. You know what I mean? You can't get more braggadocious than that. But he's got the skills to back it up. And yeah, another great track. The beat on here from Buck Wild is dope. It's kind of minimalist, like there's not like a ton to it, but that's all you need when you've got someone like OC over the top with it. It's flexing his skills, and yeah, not much else to say about it from that. But yeah, another very dope track.
Oh yeah, damn yeah, fucking no skips in this bitch for real. Like
no,
love this album. Then we get Dangerous featuring Big L. Produced by Mr. Walter, the beat man is. OC sets it off great with some dope bars. He kills the shit. Busted who said I can't cut the mustard. Rapping is a bitch boy and I got a lust for it. Fucking hard, man. Then Big L slays the verse, of course. I use a chrome gat to push Dones back. Watch how you talk when you call me. Feds got the phone tap. L puts words together amazingly,
Yeah, he does.
He effortlessly, bro. Like the nigga is incredible. Then OC comes back with some heat as well. Brown skin nigga with the low cut Caesar, traveling the world with my name on the visa. Just a clinic in MCing. The beat isn't like really mind blowing. It's dope enough, and they just fucking body. There's a dope interview on YouTube of one of Jewelz era, but overseas. I don't know where, but this kid has like a Woo Wear shirt on. He's interviewing Big L and OC, And they perform this too. It's fucking dope, bro.
Oh, that's dope.
I'll
Yeah,
put a link on our Discord for that one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The
that's cool.
song is great, fantastic.
Yeah. This is a dope track. Again, they're both kind of just flexing their skills on here, but yeah, it's a very dope track. I agree with you on the beat. It's definitely
Yeah,
not like a highlight beat. You know what I mean? I don't know how to even describe it. It's kind of like a funky, almost, I don't know, reminds me of like something you'd hear like in the 80s or something. It kind of has like a slight kind of throwback sound to it for that time period.
I can see that
Um,
for sure.
yeah. But yeah, OC, he, comes correct as always, and Big L, he did his thing too. Yeah, I love that line for you, quoted about, he's a chrome gat that pushed domes back, that's very dope.
Oof.
And they just both just doing their thing, yeah, and not much else to say. They just both killed it, you know what I mean? Talking about getting mad bitches, talking about how they're the best, and yeah, they're dangerous. So, yeah, not much else to say, but just a dope track, dope collab, you know what I mean? Obviously, such a shame about what happened with Big L. He's one of those kind of big what ifs in hip hop. Imagine what he could have achieved if he stuck around for longer and wasn't killed. So, yeah, big time.
Oh, yeah, man. That's one of the like what ifs in hip hop for sure. Like disappoints me.
Yeah, him and like what would happen if the D.I.C didn't lose his voice after the first album, stuff like that.
Yeah, like shit like that makes you wonder, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we get When the G with Bumpy Knuckles from Freddie Fox, man. Anytime Freddie Fox gets with Primo, it's a fucking massacre. Dope beat by
Yep.
DJ Premier, of course, OC and Bumpy Knuckles team up in like a tag team freestyle battle. Bumpy sets it off with a dope battle bars, Who's in charge? Bumpy step up and what he said? Who's in charge? Bumpy step up in my face and leave your forehead lumpy. Like the way he says that shit.
Yeah.
Who's in charge? Bumpy, But OC kills shit too. I crunch niggas with my gold teeth like vegetables. I love how he breaks down the words. Taking big robberies when you rhyme. Hold up. You turn pussy on the mic when I roll up. OC and Bumpy just kills it on here, man. Just fucking Win the G. I'm guessing that's like Gusto Awards because I was a
Yeah.
mixtape head like crazy back in the early 2000s, and I would always see like in the back of the mixtape the winner of the Gusto Awards, Lloyd Banks for best freestyler. So I think that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, and they're saying that in the hook as well,
Yeah.
because Gusto coming home with me. Yeah.
That's underground shit. That's dope that they did that. And R.I.P. Gusto. He passed away like 05. So yeah.
Mhm.
Game has a tribute song to him as well, but yeah, man, incredible song. They got 2 bangers on this motherfucker. That's
Yeah, they do. And yeah, if you remember on the Militia, he even makes reference, you heard me on Jewelz, you know how it goes. Like, yeah.
That's fire. That's fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Bumpy Knuckles. I think he's fantastic. This is actually the first song where he used the name Bumpy Knuckles because before us he was Freddie Fox. So yeah, big fan of his. I love Industry Shakedown. It's a great album from 2000. And
So
yeah,
violent that album. Jesus Christ.
oh yeah, he went at everyone on that. On that album. Yeah, I just love his delivery. He's so aggressive and so ignorant too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, just a big fan of him. I don't give a fuck if it's friend or foe. This shit is my job. You know what I mean? Just how he spits that, it's just so raw. And yeah, OC, he did great too. Face it and engrave my name in the scalp like Damien out for world domination. Don't get me wrong, I don't represent 666 figures. I'm just out to make figures. That's dope. Yeah, great track again. Produced by Primo. Another dope beat. Not like a crazy Primo beat, but serves its purpose. Just kind of bangs nicely in the background and allows the TMCs to kind of rip it up. Yeah, great track, great collab, and yeah, like you said, it's the first of 2 like Bumpy Knuckles collabs on here. So yeah, very dope track.
Okay. Love that track, man. It's hard. Now we get Far From Yours, featuring Vet Michelle. Single. That premium interlude beat is bananas. Buck Rob, produces the actual track. This was a single from the album, like I stated earlier. OC just fucking flows like water in here. Microphone misery, you suffering. Takes my repertoire in your face like a $1.50 done with the razor. Fucking fire. Absolutely love this song. It's a perfect single. Really dig the chorus sung by Yvette Michelle. I watched the video earlier today. It's that smooth shit. Even the chorus is amazing. Not your average MC. Fucking fire. I love this song. Great choice for a single. Great single, period. I love it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, this song is very smooth, but it's still raw. He balances that perfectly. Like a lot of people, especially in like '97, that was when things were starting to get a little bit glitzy. Certain artists, but OC, like, this is perfect for a single, but it still has that edge to it. Like you said, in your face, like a $1.50 done with a razor. Like, that's hard. And it's a great track. It's very smooth and like perfect choice for a single. But like I said, it just still has that rawness to it. And OC just flexing his pen again. Love the third verse. You may never find an MC well orchestrated like a symphony. Some will go down in history, some in infamy. The infamy will somewhat be a mystery as long as my name OC live on for infinity. Like, oof, crazy wordplay, flexing the skills again over smooth production. Love it. Absolute brilliant song. What else can I say?
So good.
It is. It really is.
I love it. Now we get Strong J. Mr. Water, the beat mine is hooked up. A dope beat for OC in this one. Sean J, what I can think of what that is the fucking character that Grace Jones played in Boomerang. Eddie Murphy and shit from '92.
Okay.
OC tells a story of meeting a chick, ends up smashing her. It's like kind of like a dark feel to it. It's fire, man. Cool song for sure. I fucked with Sean J.
Yeah, the production on this by Mr. Walt, like, definitely has a darkness to it. I don't think it's necessarily trying to be darker, but it has that like kind of nighttime feel to it for sure. And like you said, kind of basically hooking up with a girl song, but it's done dope. It's done right. I really like this track. Not like a ton to say about it, but not much to say about it. Yeah, still dope, and like. Even though this album, has a mixture of producers on here, it just flows perfectly. Like all the beats work really well. It's not like a hodgepodge, you know what I mean? It has like a strong, cohesive vision throughout. So, this is another dope track. And when he does like songs about the ladies or whatever, it's done well.
It is, man.
I like it. Yep.
Oh yeah. Then we get MUG featuring Freddie Fox. Bumpy Nux comes back. An absolute banger. My favorite between the two. Bumpy collabs on here, man. Just hard, Clinking MCing as usual from these two. That premiere beat is insane. Such a dope track. It's the definition of a dope collab between two superb MCs, man. Bust up in your session. Smack up niggas like adolescents. Fire, bro. Just slaying fucking rhymes. Dope ass track. Oh yeah, my favorite off the two collabs with these two MCs on this record. Primo fucking sculptures it.
Love it. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's between this and the My World beat are probably my favorite Primo beats on here. That another great track. Like you said, great collab between two awesome MCs.
Yeah.
Freddie Fox is just mad gully and ignorant again. Love what he says, call me Bumpy Knuckles because my hands be swell from knocking niggas out from the lies they tell. It's a combination of like his lyrics are so raw, but he has like the voice and like the kind of energy to back it up, and OC, he did a fantastic job too. Great, another great track, great collab between two MCs. I don't know which one I prefer over this or Win the G. I think they're both dope. I don't know. It's kind of tough to choose one, but beat wise, I prefer this one for sure.
Yeah, I gotta prefer this one. I love both of them for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, MUG is my favorite though. Yeah. Now, oof, we get the Crow. Such a dark beat by Showbiz, man. OC tells a dark tale of death stalking him. OC said the song was inspired by the actual movie The Crow from 1994. We
Love
both
that
love that
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic. That's one of my favorite songs on the album. Shout out to Marvel 81. I remember him telling me he loved that song. Yeah, The Crow's fire, bruh. So good. Love it.
Yeah, great track. Probably the darkest beat on the entire album, I think, and
Absolutely.
possibly the darkest song on the entire album too.
Yeah.
Like you said, very vivid kind of storytelling about death. You know what I mean, and that kind of paranoia if it comes with that too. And yeah, it's really really dope track. Just the sort of story that he tells. Was this a dream or reality, or was I about to become one of Satan's fatalities? Like, it's very dope. And yeah, dark track, but yeah, one of my favorites on the album for sure. Just love the overall kind of eerie vibe of it, and OC's lyricism fits perfectly over that kind of dark production. And yeah, that makes sense. With you saying that he was inspired by The Crow, the film. Especially towards the end of the song when he says, "Beyond sight about the world we know, a premonition that I saw through the eyes of a crow." You know what I mean? Because there's some of that in the movie too. So
buildings burning too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Devil's Night.
Devil's Night.
Yeah.
Love that fucking film, bro.
Yeah, I love it too. Dope soundtrack as well, like Pantera and stuff.
Yeah, I'm a diehard fan of his dad. I love Bruce Lee, so I fuck with Brandon Lee heavy too. So yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Amazing. Yep.
Yeah, Crow, awesome track I always say, and yeah, one of the standouts on there for sure.
Oh yeah, I agree, Lunchbox. Fuck yeah, I love the Crow. That song's so fucking good. Now, we get You and Yours. Oh my goodness. Absolutely love the beat by DJ OG. OC spitting some braggadocious rhymes, flexing his skills as an MC. Chorus is dope too. Such a feel good track. One of my favorites on the whole album. I love this shit. So good. Nothing but love for your main man. So fucking fire, bro.
Yeah,
that hip hop feel, Oh.
Yeah, this song, like, even though it came out in 97, like, this sounds like it could have came out in 94 or 95 or something.
I was thinking that. That's crazy. Because it reminds me of fucking Heavy D, Nothing But Love for You. I don't know. It's kind of that, it's so good.
And, like, I know DJ OG is not, like, a big name producer, but, like, between this and The Chosen One, like, those are two of my favorite beats on the entire album. Like, he does that kind of smooth, but at the same time, slightly eerie production really well on this album. And yeah, OC again, just flexing like he always does. I don't have any lines, but just a really dope track. Love the production in particular. It's a real standout for me.
That beat is crazy.
It is. It really is. And yeah, it's another fantastic track. It's like you said, no skips. There's no skips, no skits, no wax songs. So it's just fantastic album so far. Yeah,
fucking great. I love that song so much.
Yeah, it's really good.
Incredible. All right, man. Now we get Hypocrite. Get kind of a smooth / dark beat by Buck Wild. Also talks about people being hypocrites. God, I didn't really quote nothing on here or nothing, but it's a good song, but not one of my ultimate favorites, but it's definitely not a skip for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, this is it's a dope track. Kind of talking about, people flossing with their material items and kind of letting that get to their heads and sort of, showing like how much of a hypocrite you can be, saying that you're from the streets and being a real one, but like once you got the money, then your priorities changed. It's like, yeah, that's not who you said you were, kind of thing. Yeah, really dope track. It's kind of short. It's only like one verse, but I like the beat on there. But Buckwild did his thing. Like you said, it's like, and this album overall, it's like it's it's dark, but it's smooth. It's like it's a weird combination, but it's like that's how I would describe this album. It's really dope, and yeah, it's not maybe not like a super standout, but I still think it's a really good track, and
I agree.
doesn't waste any time. Spits the one verse and get in, get out, no time wasted. I think it's a dope track for sure.
Yeah, Hypocrite. Now we get It's Only Right. Mr. Walter, the beat minus school. This beat, the drums are insane.
Yes.
He says it sounds like something that he can hear Rakim on. You know, when he goes, sound like something the microphone fiend would spot. So fucking fire. One of those tracks where OC is just flexing his skills like always. Such a dope joint. Fire, man. Like the reference to the God MC on there.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite tracks on the album, just because of how good he sounds over this beat. Like,
yeah,
the beat isn't like necessarily anything crazy on its own, but it's so like it just sets the stage lovely. That bass line, boom 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 boom, like it's just perfect for OC to kind of flex his pen on here, and yeah, some of his most like kind of colorful lyrics. Well, it's just like his most kind of braggadocial lyrics. He's bragging throughout the entire album, but this is like him at some of his most braggiest. I think if you can put it like that. Schooling, bringing schematics to this rap shit. Bonafide mic set, you can't see me on it. Master the mic, so now I just flaunt it. Like he's just flexing hardcore on this song, but he earned it. He's the man on here, and yeah, perfect with that beat from Mr. Walt, and yeah, it's another one of my highlights on the album. I love it.
Absolutely. Now we get the closer, Jewelz. Man, that DJ Premier intro is crazy.
Yeah,
definitely could have been a full song, bruh. I could hear Prodigy scorching that shit. Like, oh, it's so hard. I wish Premier would have worked him out deeper than in this juvenile hell,
Yeah, it's kind of strange that he didn't. Yeah,
so weird. Kind of like how Jay-Z never worked with a fucking Wu-Tang member, I don't think.
Really? Wow.
If you think about it, yeah. I think go off topic, but I think Ghostface Killer and Raekwon were supposed to be on Magna Carta, but didn't work out. But yeah, Jewelz, man. Lil Finesse handled the rest of the production on the song. Actually, my first song on the whole fucking album.
Oh, wow.
Yep, absolutely love this song. Favorite song on the album, like I stated. OC talks about wanting to live a good, chill life, but he ends up dealing with stress, An amazing closer to an incredible album, bro. Like, yeah, Jewelz is my favorite. Hands down.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at that at all. Like, fantastic song. What a way to end off the album. On a slightly different note, what I mean? He's, talking about real shit on this song.
Yeah.
Production even is a little bit kind of like melancholic, I would say.
Yeah.
Definitely has like a slight kind of sadness to it. But yeah, great beat from Lord Finesse, and yeah, OC just he gets a little bit more personal in this song. Yeah, really dope track. Like a mood ring, wifey telling me good things, so I won't strain. Got grey hairs and only been here 25 years. Shed tears for niggas I knew for life, now lifeless. When you died to us, like, yeah, talking about real shit on here, and yeah, it's sort of like an interesting way to end off the album on a more kind of serious topic. But yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, what else can I say? Another classic track. I've got nothing bad to say about this album.
No, me neither. OC Jewelz, man, 1997. How Speaking Cloud does it. You give it the sauce rating. It's 5 mics for me, hands down. This dude got 2 bonafide classics back to back, in my personal opinion. With Word Life and Jewelz. Like I said at the top of the show, I prefer Jewelz. Just him making an amazing sophomore album. My nigga Vog Crack with the amazing, comparison of Nas, because it was written in Nomadic. I mean, for sure, like hands down. So, yeah, 5 mics for me. Top 3 songs would be Jewelz, You and Yours, and MUG.
Dope.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as you. I'm going to give it 5 as well, just because there's nothing. I can't say anything bad about it. It's like when we
No.
reviewed, Mecca and the Soul Brother like a month ago.
Oh, that was so fun.
Couldn't say anything bad about that.
That was fun as fuck.
Yeah, like this album, it's like I said, like rugged, dark, has that kind of street feel, but at the same time, there's a smoothness to it, and there's like it never gets too bogged down in any one thing. You know what I mean? It keeps on mixing it up, whether it's different production or slightly different subject matter. But like OC just did a fantastic job with this album, and yeah, got nothing really bad to say about it whatsoever. It's one of those albums you listen to it from start to finish, no skips, and nothing gets in the way of the songs. And yeah, it's just a fantastic album for sure. And it doesn't really get its props either, which is bizarre. I guess OC in general doesn't really get his props really. He is overshadowed by Big L. But yeah, 5 mics for me. My top 3 songs, I'm going to go with Can't Go Wrong, My World, and The Crow, probably. But yeah, that could change. Yeah, it's really good. But, you could pick any 3 songs off this album. And
absolutely.
It's one of those ones, you can't go wrong. So, yeah, fantastic album for sure. And definitely, if you haven't checked it out, what are you doing? Check it out.
Nigga, like that's why I do albums. We do albums like this. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Like it's always fun. And in a couple of weeks' time, we doing 3-6 Mafia Chapter 2 World Domination, which I am ecstatic for, because we never talk about them. We do like when we're like just shooting shit, but like we never did like a full episode of 3-6, and they mean a lot to me. So awesome review. Thank you, Infected Chris. 5 mics. Yep. Hell yeah, Doobie. But yeah, man, can't get enough of Jewelz. Next week, we go to 1992, celebrating 30 years this year. Already did in April. Gang Starr, Daily Operation. That's going to be a blast.
Yes, it will be, yeah.
I'm ready for that one, my nigga. You already know.
We had a taster of Primo on this album, but yeah, going all in next week.
The show is, incredible. This is what makes me fucking live life. When I'm sick of real life bullshit, I hop on here with my brothers and we kill it. So I'm excited for that Gang Starr one, man. Because, the motherfucking show, nigga, Speak Ya Clout, it's named after the song Hard to Earn. So,
yep, that's right.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I love Daily Operation. I grew up on Daily Operation, bro. Looking at fucking Spawn and Wildcat comic books, and my uncle had that shit blaring on the boombox. Like, come on, bro. I was a little kid when that album was out. Worshipped that album.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Yep, Daily Operation, baby. That's my third favorite Gang Starr album, too.
Yeah, it's tough for me with Gang Starr. Well, Moment of Truth is my ultimate favorite.
It's my favorite. There's no denying that. I was 13 years old. I was outside. I was really out in the streets buying these CDs, tapes. So, yeah. Moment of Truth means a lot to me, bro. I remember getting that shit the day it came out.
Yeah, Above the Clouds and everything. Like,
goodness.
It's incredible.
B.I. versus Friendship. Even the shit with Casey and JoJo was amazing.
Royalty? Yep.
Royalty, yeah, fucking crazy good. Militia, like you stated earlier, like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, it has a dope example. Oh, the mall, yeah. Make money, go shopping.
Man,
yeah.
I think G-Dep called a body. Crumb Snatcher has a really good verse in this album. Like, that nigga from Massachusetts, too, so shout out to Crumb Snatcher, but yeah, can't go wrong on Moment of Truth.
And that is a good example of like a love song for dope. If it's really dope, that she knows what she wants. I love that.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Man. We'll be doing that next year, y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've been in a big kind of Gang Starr mood recently, so yeah, looking forward to next week for sure.
Oh, fuck yeah, nigga.
I've been listening to D.I.T.C a lot recently.
That's a classic. Yep. Yeah. Gang Starr, nigga, my favorite fucking duo that of all time that doesn't like both rap, just DJ and a fucking MC.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My favorite duo of all time is P and Have for sure, but Gang Starr's my favorite duo that like one producer, one MC type deal. The Owners is great too, bro.
It might be my second favorite, honestly.
Yeah,
It
I
might
know.
be.
There's no skips, except those stupid skits.
Oh, it does have terrible skits, but yeah.
That made me take Give to That Trying Out the Stereo. Because
oh yeah.
I didn't take nothing out of that nigga. Nothing.
Yeah, because 2003 is not really it's not really a standout year for hip hop,
No,
but
I
yeah.
listened to a lot of 90s shit back then. In 2003. Well, I was more of a mixtape guy than album guy back then because, like you said, not really a lot of standouts, but yeah, when fucking The Owners came out, it was a hot ass day. I'll never forget it. And put that shit in the Sony Walkman anti-skip joint.
Yep.
Beyond classic. Oh, I fucking worship that. Jadakiss on fucking Right Where You Stand, bro. Come on.
Yep, Crumb Snatchers on there too. Put up or shut up, yeah.
Yeah. Pass your Timberlands off right to your man because he's pussy. Think of nothing but look. And when it come to beef, you won't do nothing but cook. Nick, come on, son. That's what pisses me off about Kiss. Like, you don't have an amazing discography, but he's an incredible MC. Love Jada, bro.
Oh, yeah. And I love his voice. I think his voice is great.
Yes.
Not Who Got Guns with Fat Joe and MOP as well.
Oh, my God. Guns. Yeah, that's just crazy.
Dum,
violent.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
In the system, it sounds incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That shit blares. Oh, this is such a good album, man. It really is.
Maybe it just came out at the wrong time or something, but yeah, it doesn't really get its props. Like if that came out in the 90s, it would be considered a classic, I think.
I know. That and Get Rich are probably my favorite albums of that year.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And a bunch of mixtapes, but yeah, those two actual albums, yeah.
And Gangstar have the greatest hits, in my opinion, in hip hop anyway.
Oh, I love that set. The fucking what's it called?
Phil Clip.
Phil Clip, yeah. Fire shit.
Yeah, because a lot of stuff on there, if it's like from soundtracks and like, there are a few exclusive songs on there. It's like that's how you do greatest hits.
My Steve's remix and shit, Corrupt and Lady of Rage and shit.
Yeah, B-sides and stuff. I love it.
Funny questions that was in the chat. Say something before we get the fuck out of here. If you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, excited for next week for sure.
For nigga, yeah. Hell yeah.
I was listening to that Crooklyn Dodgers 95 as well, speaking of Primo.
Oh my God. Dog. Like, I don't know. My uncle always talk about I think he prefers Crooklyn Dodgers 94.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
Yeah, you got Q-Tip versus Primo right there, bro. Like,
I don't know. I go back and forth between the two. I love them both.
You got Master Ace and fucking Buckshot and motherfucking
Special Ed
on the first one. Then the second record, you got OC, Chubb Rock, and J. Rue. It's so both of them are fire, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Both two Spike Lee movies. I love Crook and I love Clockers. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
Oh, they're both fantastic films and two banging ass songs. 95 is more rugged for me. You know what I'm saying? What did Chubb Rock say? Watching Channel Zero with that bitch Baba Walters.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love his verse on that.
Uncle's for 94, but he loves both of them. But we always talk about that all the time. We did it like this, and then we do it like that.
Brooklyn's the borough, yeah.
I remember playing Street Fighter, like, 2 Turbo, while that was on the background, because my uncle had the Crooklyn soundtrack. Like, nigga. Memories, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's like you said back in the day, you were playing Super Nintendo with like Onyx in the background and stuff.
Absolutely. Back the fuck up, yeah.
Yeah.
Vivid memories. Am I excited for Versus? I'll check it out. I don't know what fucking time it comes on. And I think that you gotta pay for that shit now, bro. But I'm pretty sure I'll find a link or something.
Is that the Cypress one?
Yeah, Cypress and Onyx. Special album, special dope MC producers. Hell yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I don't really care about the Versus thing anymore.
I used to be a fucking hype to it. Like, I used to be really excited. Nah, I could give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, and I love both groups to death. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
You know, like with Dipset and D-Block, that's when I was really hyped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the pre-run Rizzo one was dope.
Yeah, it was. That was fire. Speaking of Jadakiss, he single-handedly caught fucking bodies on that stage, bro. So much fun. Because that's my era, man. That's my teenage years.
Oh yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Yeah. Niggas is quiet. Want to get out of here, Ross?
Yeah, but thanks everyone for showing up and showing love. Much appreciated.
Oh yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all niggas, man. See y'all niggas on the flip side. Next week, man, we go to 1992 Gangstar Daily Operation, man. Peace, y'all.
Have a good one.